Welcome to That's a Wrap, a podcast from Voltage Live that breaks down the repetitive nature of the holiday romance movie genre to tell you what's worth watching for the holiday season. My name is Jen, and my mom, a resident holiday movie expert, joins me on the couch for commentary. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
Although these movies have been out for at least a year, a spoiler warning is still in effect. We're about to break down for you Guess Who's Coming to Christmas, which came out in 2013, and will set you back about an hour and 24 minutes. You can pause this now and come back after you've watched the movie, or just listen to our breakdown. Do what you want. I'm not your mom.
I am.
So, you can watch this movie on Hulu.
Okay.
That's where we're watching it. It stars Drew Lachey and MacKenzie Porter. And the synopsis is to repair his tarnished image, a jaded rock star publicly decides to fulfill a child's Dear Santa Christmas wish. After reluctantly agreeing to spend the holidays in a small town and perform in the local holiday Christmas concert, he's mortified at the prospect of staying in the home of an idyllic, close-knit family, but he soon realizes the true value in what they have: love, caring, and memorable holiday spirit. Have you seen this one before?
I actually have once.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like this one. I did like this one.
Well, you also said that about Holiday in Handcuffs and then went, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that once, but that was like a long time ago.
So this one was like within the last, 5 years?
Decade.
Yeah.
And it does star, for those who may have recognized the name.
You got to talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry. Drew Lachey, who is Nick Lachey's brother.
Yeah.
From 98 Degrees.
Can't put him in a corner because corners are only 90 degrees. Unless you're the math and science building at Kent State University, and then in which case you can put him in a corner.
Yes.
Because I bet you there's a corner there that's 98 degrees.
I would have to agree.
Anyways, we're going to start the movie. We open on a mom, I assume, getting ready for Thanksgiving in a small town. We have a slideshow transition to show that we're moving to New York. The two scenes play side by side to show the cold rock star life and a warm home-style Thanksgiving. We see a poster of Dax in Kelly's room. Dax is clearly an alcoholic, doesn't pay the taxi driver, and is in desperate need of a PR reboot. Dax's manager decides to have him fulfill a child's Christmas wish, and Kelly's brother enters her into this contest. Of course, Kelly wins the contest. Okay. So we've set up the premise.
Yes.
I'm loving these PowerPoint transitions.
Yes.
That are happening here.
Well, they're a decade old. But still.
It's very cheesy.
Yes.
I think to make up for the fact that they don't have an actual plot that's happening quite yet.
It's your standard plot.
They're all standard plots, but this one just has random scenes.
So far, yes.
They
are random scenes that kind of
jumping around from Thanksgiving to 12 days before Christmas.
Yes.
To, I don't know.
They're the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
This is the 18th. The magical day that he arrives.
Right. I don't know. I don't know why. What was the motivation for entering her in that contest?
Oh, there's a good motivation.
Yeah, but there's no motivation beforehand.
There is motivation beforehand. The boys' club is closing. See, there you go.
What's the boys' club?
Where the community center, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
The group that is with the kids.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the boys' club that they mentioned towards the beginning, around Thanksgiving.
Right.
That needs money. So the younger brother is trying to scheme and is going to try and get Dax, the musician. When that opportunity arose, he stuck his sister's information in there. Because why would he put his own? To get him out there and to play for the Christmas concert.
Oh.
And so I think the idea is
to raise the money
for the club.
Okay.
Now, is this making a little more sense?
A little.
Okay. She, the older sister,
Kelly.
Kelly has no idea what's going on.
Yes. Kelly's mom likes to do this thing where she takes pictures of her right as she's waking up.
Yes.
And
sending it to
Aunt Helen.
Yeah. And I would never do that to you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I might annoy you while I wake you up, but I would never photograph you and send it to anybody.
Bold of you to assume you can get into my room.
That is, and I usually can. Most of the time.
For our listeners at home, my room is very messy.
Very messy.
All the time.
Yes.
No matter what I do, I just can't keep it clean.
Yes. But I can usually, most of the time, get in without killing myself.
See? So it's just like a little exercise for you, you know? Got to keep you mentally sharp.
It is. I mean, if the cats can do it.
That's true. They just walk on top of stuff. They have no regard for my personal belongings.
No, they don't have regard to personal anything.
That's true.
All right. So I believe this is the day that Dax is coming. And of course, Kelly has a face mask on and is in jammies and just really kind of annoyed.
Yes.
So my guess is he's going to be coming anytime now.
Yeah.
Because we have to have that embarrassing moment.
We do. And it's going to hurt.
It is.
It's really going to hurt.
It is.
I almost don't want to hit play.
Hit play. Let's do it.
We find out that Kelly's dad is a pastor, which I'm sure will become important. Okay. Commercial break.
Okay.
Thoughts so far?
Well, you knew that this was going to be embarrassing for her, meeting Dax. And it was pretty embarrassing.
They were really shilling out for the iPad.
Yes.
Apple, I don't think, is a paid sponsor for Hallmark. But
is this a Hallmark movie?
I think it is.
Okay. I don't think it is. It might have been like a Lifetime or something. We'll have to look that up.
Okay. I don't get the appeal of this guy.
Oh, I don't either.
I'm not.
My guess is since his poster is on her wall from when she was a teenager, he was probably the it person in her teens.
But even then, I don't know. Kind of looks a little bit like Caden.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's throwing me off.
Probably.
So Caden, if you're listening.
Which you better be. I think maybe it's the head tilt.
Maybe it's just a constant scowl on his face. Caden rarely smiles.
Okay. I'm going to believe you. That's usually
that was
the dogs.
That was a flat lie. Caden smiles quite a bit. I can't believe you believed me.
Well, I only hear his voice most of the time.
That's true.
And he's usually yelling at one of the animals.
That is also true. But yeah, I'm this one feels like it's going to be a low rated one.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling any lead up to the warm fuzzies.
Yeah. I mean, the promise is good, but I don't think
the execution is going to be there. Because right now I'm seeing something that maybe I would have made in film school.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't think this is a Hallmark because it doesn't have that Hallmarky feel.
Excuse me, we are trying to podcast.
Oh, and they stopped.
See, they listened. So we're going to jump back into it and see what Kelly and Dax get up to. Kelly is once again embarrassed, this time on TV. We find out that the concert is to raise money for the boys' club. Kelly's family is God-fearing strict, which means no drinking. Kelly and Dax fight to try to establish some flirtiness, but it's not working.
All right. First of all, I got to say, she's been back home. I know she left when she was a teenager, 18. So she's still young.
She's been back home for 6 months.
And her room looks like she just came back.
Yeah. Also, did you notice in that one shot that he was not wearing a jacket?
Yeah.
And then in the next shot, he was wearing a jacket.
Yes.
I don't think there was a continuity director for this one.
I think it was just somebody who, yeah, you're right.
I don't know. This is not.
It's not quality.
It's not. We're only 27 minutes into it.
And I feel like the movie should be wrapping up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have no chemistry.
No.
Not a single ounce. Do we have to finish this?
Yeah. We do. Because the bitchy girlfriend's got to be involved.
Yeah. Also, I'm really worried about that dog because they've been very keen to point out how ancient that dog is.
Yes.
So I feel like
I can't remember.
And I hate to say it, that maybe the dog dies or gets sick.
I honestly don't remember. Because if I remembered, I would have told you.
No, you wouldn't have.
If I remembered.
Forgot about Joey's friend.
That should have been obvious.
Okay, but you didn't tell me.
But I told you Joey died.
Okay, listen. You didn't tell me about Joey's friend, and I will never forgive you for that.
Okay, let's continue with this movie. It's better than the conversation.
Okay, sure. Dax's girlfriend calls him and gets jealous of Kelly. Dax is really eyeing the locked liquor cabinet, so I have a feeling he'll be breaking into it and also breaking their trust. Man is clearly going through withdrawal. Dax is suddenly warming up to the family, which is weird, but like, whatever. All right. This man is clearly an alcoholic.
Yes. I would agree with you there.
Because the amount of times that they're like...
He keeps looking at the locked liquor cabinet.
Yeah,
it's disturbing.
Yes.
And that he carries his own flask with him.
Yes.
Which is now empty.
Yes. The fact that he did not, like, I don't know, come prepared. He doesn't strike me as the prepared type, though.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
He has issues.
He clearly has issues.
Yeah, there was the moment of him smiling when they were talking about past baking mishaps.
Yeah, which was odd. It felt out of place almost because, like, he seemed so, like, not into it.
Correct. There's no continuity at all.
There's not any continuity.
No.
Like, and then he, like, sneaks out.
Yes.
For what reason?
Alcohol.
That's true. I guess alcoholics will do
whatever they need to do.
I mean, it's a real disease and addiction is a disease and we should acknowledge that.
Yes.
However.
Yeah. I mean, he's already set up that he's got no one. He had a grandma who died.
Right.
So he has no family. He has no last name because he dropped that.
Right. It's hard to feel sympathetic for him.
Correct.
Like, I don't feel sympathetic.
No, he just, he's not a likable character.
No,
yet.
he's really not.
No.
And Caden, again, if you're listening, this is not a reflection on you. You're a very likable person.
You are a likable person.
This guy, it's the forehead. We've come to the conclusion that you guys have the same forehead. Sorry.
Yeah, but so far there's nothing about him that's
likable.
Endearing.
No. There's no charm. Like, even like a washed up celebrity.
Correct.
Still has a little bit of charm to him.
I don't think he ever had charm.
He was the bad boy. But even then, like, there's like a certain amount of charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have that.
No.
So I'm really worried about this dog. That's what's got me emotionally invested in this is this dog that I don't even remember the name of.
I don't either. But he's old.
I think it's a she.
She's old. Either way. The dog
Ancient.
is old.
Ancient is the word that they used. This movie sucks, man. It sucks so bad.
Could be why it's been like a decade since I've seen these.
See, yeah.
They're not repeats.
No. I guess we'll have to jump back into it. We're like not even halfway through yet.
Yeah.
I really want this. We still have 40 something minutes to go.
All right, let's move this along.
Oh, I don't want to do it. Dax and Kelly go to pick up a Christmas tree for some reason, and he opens up to her about not writing his own music on his last couple of albums. For him, it used to just be him and his harmonica. For yet another reason unbeknownst to me, the Christmas sermon is not on Christmas. They have a cute little moment, I guess, but it's ruined by him trying to get into her pants and him not respecting the word no. Another PowerPoint transition says it's the Sunday before Christmas, and Dax breaks into the liquor cabinet, and then the church nativity scene is broken by Dax. Oh boy.
So he hit on Kelly.
Yeah.
And not very smoothly. It was kind of crude.
Yeah, and he doesn't respect the word no. Consent is key, people.
Well, he ultimately did. I mean, it wasn't like...
No, I know, but like she said no, and she kept saying no, and he was like, but what about blah, 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 blah.
Well, yeah, but that just shows that, as she said, nobody's ever said no.
Whatever.
You know, the old, I don't ask a question I don't already know the answer to.
You missed a really weird noise that came out of my body. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't have much to say other than I want this to be over. Clearly, this man is suffering severely.
Yes.
And nobody in his life is getting him help.
No.
Like, if I passed out, just hypothetically,
yes,
if I got drunk, passed out in a Porsche with a frozen turkey in my passenger seat, would your first response be to rehab my image or actually send me to rehab?
Send you to rehab.
Exactly.
I would have sent you to rehab long before the
well, yes, obviously. But like, clearly he has a problem and no one in his life is looking out for him.
No. Why would they? I mean, that's the point, is he has no one. He's alone, as he mentioned.
And then he found Kelly and her family, and now they're gonna be like, oh,
yes,
you have someone. Hi, George.
Well, I'm sure the minister's gonna go minister.
Well, yeah, I was like, why did they throw in the fact that he's a reverend? And now it's making a little bit more sense. Because, you know, God-fearing
yep,
people.
Yes.
Sorry, George is making himself comfortable. Hi, George. Please save me from this awful movie. I beg you.
All right, we're at least at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie should be wrapping up here pretty soon, I bet.
Yeah.
I guess let's jump back into it. I don't want to, but I guess we have to.
Finish it.
Oh. Throw in the fact that Tim is adopted for some plot movement at this point, because why not? Dax packs his stuff to get ready to leave, but finds Kelly instead. They have a moment, and Dax asks Kelly to write a song for him for the Christmas concert.
All right. So if him passing out in the manger was his rock bottom moment, that's a pretty lame rock bottom moment.
You could do so much better for a rock bottom moment.
I mean, the portion of the turkey.
How is that not rock bottom?
Yeah. But he is right. I would have probably dropped the last name too.
Yeah. You can't really John Cougar Mellencamp.
No, there's only one, and he didn't even start with the Mellencamp.
Yeah. They had a little moment.
Yeah.
Nothing that leads up to like, oh, they're gonna kiss.
Correct.
George, I'm podcasting. Please keep it down.
And it was almost an awkward moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't organic.
I'm not feeling the warm and fuzzies. No. In fact, I'm feeling the cold and hurties.
Yeah. No warm and fuzzies yet.
Where, like, I understand he has to hit rock bottom in order for him to change.
Correct.
Because that's how it works when you have an issue like that. However, you're just like, I'm going to hit rock bottom and then I'm going to be fine, magically become sober.
Yeah.
And then
want to write a song, get his life back together in a matter of a day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fine and well, but like, that's not realistic.
No.
Recovery is different for everybody. And obviously I'm not like discounting that, but like you cannot get sober in a day.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
No. You can't. If you have that type of dependency.
Which he clearly does.
Correct.
Which
then
they
no,
have
you just can't just say.
Alluded to many times.
Many times. All right. So
I think
now they're going to do a joint project.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this at all, but Kelly's a writer for books.
Yes.
Like a book jacket writer. She doesn't write songs.
No. Not even poetry.
No. But I think, and this is just me spitballing here, that she's going to find out she really loves writing songs.
Yes.
And that she really loves writing songs with Dax. And then they're going to live happily ever after. Roll credits.
Well, they're still the girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot about her.
I think
he goes back to New York, can't stop thinking about Kelly, comes back, big declaration. They kiss, roll credits.
All right, let's see. Okay, really quick. It looks like he's making a big dinner.
Yes.
With like vegetables and pots and the whole bit. And this is the person who can't figure out
how to cook a turkey.
Or that you have to defrost a large turkey, not in a microwave.
Okay, well, to be fair, I do know how to cook lots of things with pot and pans, but I couldn't tell you how to cook a turkey.
Yeah, but you would know that you can't put a turkey in a microwave to defrost and cook.
If it was small enough, maybe you could.
This was not.
If it's like the one Dad has in the fridge right now, you could stick that bad boy in the microwave.
Okay, first of all, that's not a turkey, it's a chicken.
Okay, well, it's poultry.
And you can't. Okay, anyway.
Why not?
Well, let's
No. Explain to me right now.
Why you can't defrost the whole, or you can't cook a whole chicken in there? The skin gets all yucky.
The skin gets all yucky and gross in the oven too.
No, it turns nice and crisp. If you do it right.
If you defrost it in the microwave.
Nah, you wouldn't want to because it won't defrost correctly.
In theory. You could defrost it in the microwave.
A whole bird.
You could defrost it in the microwave and then stick it in the oven just like chicken nuggets.
It wouldn't defrost correctly because you got the wings and the legs and the breasts and they all defrost at different times.
Well, what's the point?
That's why you don't defrost it in the microwave. You can't.
But in theory, you should be able to.
In theory, you should do a lot of things.
Dax cooks an I'm sorry stew for the family, and we cut to Dax and Kelly writing a song together. Not very well. They were having a moment, and Dax's girlfriend shows up. Kelly gets mad at Dax for lying to her, and they're now having a whispered argument in the kitchen where Dax is like, I like you, but I don't want to say it.
Okay, so
what?
Watching movies with Jennifer, she doesn't pick up on details.
Because I don't care. I did not care in the first 20 minutes. That's usually when you say, we can turn off the movie if it's not good in the first 20 minutes. But no, we've committed to this movie.
We have. So there's the whole $10 thing.
Right.
And what did he used to play that she didn't realize he knew how to play?
The harmonica. But a good harmonica is not $10.
Well, yeah, but you can get a harmonica for $10.
Not a good one.
Didn't say it had to be good. Just had to be $10. Also, keep in mind, this was a decade ago.
You still couldn't get a harmonica for $10.
Yeah, you could. Just not a good one. But, you could get a used one.
Yeah, like Dad can get a used guitar for $400.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Dax is up at the ass crack of dawn to wake up Kelly to get her to write the lyrics for their song. They go Secret Santa shopping and then open the gifts they're trading. Dax gets Kelly a necklace, and of course, it's a freaking harmonica that Kelly gets Dax. They have yet another moment together, but no kiss.
Okay, so we bring the girlfriend, in quotes, into the movie so he could see how ridiculous his life truly was as of a couple days ago.
Yes.
Because only a couple days have passed.
Yes.
But he has changed back to his hometown roots, Nebraska ways.
I hate this movie.
Because he is completely sober now.
I hate this movie so like, I can't even express to you how much I'm disliking this movie.
Yeah.
It's very obvious in my retelling that I'm writing or I'm giving that I
want this movie to be over. So let's get this movie over.
Anyways, it's Christmas Eve. The family is having fun, but Dax's girlfriend is not. Dax gives Tim a Mustang for Secret Santa. Dax has to flake on his Christmas concert obligation because he has a huge opportunity ahead of him in New York. So many commercial breaks. Just end it already.
Okay, so I did a little research during the movie.
Okay.
So it was first aired on Up TV, which explains a lot.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Up TV was formerly GMC, which was the original gospel music channel, which
should explain why he's a pastor.
Yes, and the whole redemption thing. Does that make more sense now?
Yeah. I was going to say Hallmark movies were not pretty Jesus-y. I mean, they are, but they aren't.
No.
You know,
they're not preachy.
No. This one feels pretty preachy.
Yeah.
We're going to get another PowerPoint style. How many days till Christmas is this? It's Christmas.
Christmas Eve. I'm going to guess it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. So.
They've already broken the Secret Santa rule.
They did. And I was right.
That's a freaking harmonica.
But you knew that was coming. That was a given.
That man was not playing the harmonica.
No.
It was like plays blues riff and he's got his hands over it like this.
I think your hands are playing the harmonica better.
Yeah.
All right, it's Christmas Eve. Something's about to happen. Because it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve, and he's going to dump his girlfriend, and he's going to be like, Kelly, I love you.
I don't think so yet.
Maybe Christmas Day. I don't know.
All right.
He's definitely going to make it to the Christmas Eve sermon, probably.
Don't know.
Well, he's on a redemption arc, so he's definitely going to make it this time. Because he's magically sober.
He is magically sober. And this whole thing started on the 18th, and now it's the 24th.
Yeah. So clearly.
He cleaned up. In 6 days later, he's a new man.
Good God, there's so many commercial breaks. I feel like nothing happened. Like, there's so many right now, and I feel like nothing has happened, but everything is kind of wrapping up.
Yes. So he is pulled away because the other music star has laryngitis. So he has to swoop in and save the New York Central Park Christmas program.
Yeah, why they picked him out of...
Because it's the same manager. Remember, you really were not paying attention.
No.
When he left Dax...
He said he was going to do...
He's
going to meet with a new client.
Which is this guy who got laryngitis.
Oh.
So he's going to keep it to his people because he's the manager.
That makes sense.
Because he wants the money.
I'm taking up the 15%, but he should be taking 90.
Yes.
See, I paid attention.
You paid attention to the money. And since his, everything has completely tanked for Dax, he needs the show of being in front of people.
Yeah. I have a feeling he's going to just leave and come back and do the Christmas show.
I'm going to guess you're right.
I don't know how time's going to work.
Yeah, I don't either because it's movie magic.
We're so close to the end.
Yes.
We're so really close.
And
what does it say? And now it's Christmas Day. I love the fact that there are no clear transitions in this movie at all.
None. So that's why they have to tell you what day it is.
Yeah. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're in the home stretch. So I think this will be our final talk break before the
end.
The end. Now it's Christmas Day. Dax is back in New York and getting ready for the Central Park show. And suddenly Dax is in flannel after being in leather for the whole movie. Dax is taking charge of his life by breaking up with his girlfriend and leaving New York. He's booking it back to wherever it is that Kelly lives, and he makes it in time for the Christmas concert. He announces he's staying, and everything works out for everyone. Dax kisses Kelly in front of her whole town, and then they sing a song that they wrote together. It sucked. This movie sucked. I hated it so much. It's over. Thank God. Over. Praise Jeebus.
I think that's what they were trying to do. Okay. So, like, Holiday in Handcuffs, there's probably a reason why I watched this once and never again.
Yeah.
Because it was probably the only thing on that night.
Yeah.
Or afternoon or whenever it was on. I was probably decorating the tree or wrapping presents or something.
What's your overall rating? I don't understand how this got a 5.8 out of 10, but I'm giving it out of 5. I'm giving it half a star.
Probably 1.
Really? What about that was 1 star to you? You can give half stars. Really think about what we just watched.
Right, half a star.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I would give it. Yeah,
I'm not gonna fight you on a lot of your choices, but this one was really bad.
This one really was bad.
The way that they ended it, with them kissing in silence, was very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like why would you end it? Why? And then playing that dumb song again.
Yeah. It would have been better had the kiss just been at the very, very end in private.
Yeah.
But yeah, in front of, that was just, they didn't get married. There shouldn't have been a kiss right then and there on the altar of the church.
Well, I guess that takes me to our next question is, does the relationship last after the credit rolls? I'm going to say probably not.
I can't imagine how it would.
Like,
I mean, like your original scenario when you said, oh, they live happily ever after because she figures out that she's really a songwriter. And
didn't happen. I gave it too much thought.
You did.
I tried to see some good in this movie. It let me down horribly.
Yeah. Right off the bat, it would have been a better premise had he come out of rehab.
Yeah.
And they talked about his drinking issues and how he longed to get a drink, but the whole I was drunk and then within a week I am a changed man.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I mean, the soul may be willing, but the body is weak and the body needs time to recover.
I know. So some comments, somebody...
The breakup was good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty appropriate.
That was. Race gave it half a star and said, "Oh, Hallmark," but it's not a Hallmark.
It is not a Hallmark. So yeah, don't disparage my Hallmark movies.
Nia gave it 1 star and said, "Help," in all caps. "Help. Why were there PowerPoint slideshow transitions in this?"
Yep.
And Chloe give it 1 star and said, "Dax went crazy on the harmonica at the end. Bro thinks he's Dylan Minetti and I don't want to talk." So, anyways.
Yeah, I'm like trying to, it's not even good singing.
No, it was really bad.
I mean, had there been decent singing?
Is Nick Lachey? No.
Yeah.
Nick Lachey's a musician. This was not Nick Lachey.
No, Nick Lachey was the one who is married to, I lost it.
Jessica Simpson.
Thank you, Jessica Simpson. Yes, all I kept thinking was the chicken of the sea. And that's around the time that this was made. So the Lachey name was out there because of them.
In 2013?
It was after that, but I mean that the Lacheys were
Oh.
And he wasn't a group. He was in 90. I think he was in 98 Degrees.
Can you fact check that for me?
I'm gonna fact check this.
Drew Lachey.
Yeah.
I mean, the harmonica playing was just so bad. This movie is not worth your time.
No.
Take it from us. We suffered through this, so you didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, do not. Yeah, he was in 98 Degrees.
Oh, man.
See?
Then the singing should have been better than what it was.
It should have been better.
He was muffled by the group.
Yeah.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Oh, and funny, he was in... Was he in The Masked Singer?
He might have been on The Masked Singer. I don't know. I watched the first season of that show.
I didn't watch any of it.
It was not very good. Kermit the Frog was one of the contestants on The Masked Singer.
What?
Yeah.
Like the actual Kermit?
Yeah.
Like somebody dressed up as Kermit?
No, like the actual Muppet.
Aww. And I missed it?
I'm sure I can find you a clip.
Okay.
Which would have been better than this movie.
Miss Piggy sings better than this movie.
On God. That is the so true bestie.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing is, I could see the message they were trying to portray.
They just did it all wrong.
They did it really...
The execution was just not there.
No, it was not. I mean, there was just, Mrs. H going, yeah, I think he's a good one. There was not... That was after he passed out on the manger.
Yeah.
There was nothing he did
that was redeemable
at that point that showed anybody anything.
Yeah. Except maybe that small smile at dinner.
That hadn't even happened yet. Oh, you mean when they were talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Before he got drunk.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't, yeah, there was nothing there.
Yeah. Don't watch this movie.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
It was really bad. I'm sure it's not going to be the worst movie that we watch.
No.
But it's pretty bad.
It really is. This is definitely worse than
Holiday in Handcuffs.
Yeah.
At least she did something fun and committed a felony.
Well, yeah. And, there were fun characters.
Yeah.
I mean, the characters were all kind of...
But this...
The grandma and the...
This was just not...
No, and the whole picture taking of the daughter... I mean, the daughter really kind of got...
Screwed?
Yeah. I would say that. She just... Yeah.
Overall, bad movie.
Yeah.
0 out of 10. Will not watch again.
No. I have to agree. I would not waste. I've now wasted my time twice watching this, which is why I don't remember. I probably blocked it out. I remember seeing it, but I didn't remember how bad it was.
I am prepared to do the same. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of That's a Wrap. You can keep up to date with the show on Instagram by following Voltage Live at voltage_live on Instagram. Did I say that? Did I say Instagram twice?
I don't know.
Oh, well. Or by checking out the blogs tab on www.voltagelive.com. And we will see you in the next episode with hopefully a better movie.
Bye.
Bye.